So as Elge proposed, Gemini is going to be the protocolist.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me start by saying that welcome to everybody for this preparatory meeting for 2021. It's been an honor for all of us to be together, and it was a tough year, 2020. It has not been easy for neither of us, but we just want to thank God that we are all here today. And I personally want to say it's been an honor being with you all, and definitely it's my pleasure to be a member and part of Amistad. So there's a lot that I think 2021 has for us, though we are still not over the COVID-19 pandemic, but we think that we don't wait for the pandemic to detect how we move about doing things, but we plan ahead of time. If there are hiccups along the way, no problem, but at least we should have a plan for the year that's coming. So without much ado, I'd just like to say that there are several projects that are on the way, and there are so many of them that they still need to come through, more ideas and maturity to become reality as the members are increasing in, there's a lot of engagement that's happening among members. Even myself here in Cameroon, there are some people that I'm still talking with, expecting for them to be on board. So there's a lot of expectation from every one of us to make sure that we keep pushing ahead to increase our engagement and to reach out to many more people who can become part of the vision that we all share. So like Hege said, that the future is on our shoulders. We carry the future, and Amistad is all about bringing people together. So without much ado, maybe I need to ask, maybe, I'm not sure if there's anybody who doesn't know one another. I don't think so. Mr. Kone?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure we all know ourselves.
I think,
All right.
I think, we have some people who are taking part in this meeting for the first time, right? Mrs. Gaba, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe since it's a new year, we might want to introduce ourselves to everyone again.
Yeah, definitely.
So we can start with the president and the vice president.
Yeah. So my name is Musa Kone from Ivory Coast. Actually, founder of AngloNet Corporation, Update Consulting International, and Uncle Moose, which is a restaurant, newly created restaurant in Abidjan. So I'm so happy to be part of this, wonderful project for almost five months now. So I hope that the new year will bring, more joy, more passion in what we are doing together. So thank you. Happy New Year to you all.
Hello, my name is Victoria Ture. I'm actually from Tucson, Arizona, currently living in Cotonou, Benin, West Africa. I'm having the time of my life. I am so happy to be home here in Africa. I'm happy that all of you have joined us today as we are having exciting things in our near future, and we'll be planning for even future out things as well. So very happy that you all are here, and I'm happy to see every one of you.
Oh, Coach Samuel?
Yeah, I am very happy to be on the forum this year, this new year. Let me just share with you my link to COVID. When we were going back to Yaoundé, Cameroon last December or January, there was somebody from Brussels who had tested positive for COVID. So all of us who went in that plane were quarantined. My wife and I were quarantined in Yaoundé for 14 days. And shortly after we finished our quarantine, the thing became even bigger, larger infection rate. So they closed the embassy and asked those family members who wanted to travel back to the US. So we were sent back to the US. And when we arrived in Washington, DC, we were quarantined for 14 days. And finally, when we left Washington, DC, I came to Memphis. They were looking for public health experts to help control the COVID task force. I got the opportunity to work with them. It's been very difficult, but a good experience I hope to write about someday. So looking forward to more involvement with Amistad. Thank you very much. God bless everybody for the new year.
Wow, thank you, Coach Samuel. Helge?
Oh, what can I say? I'm from Germany, and I try to tidy up everything that Musa brings into trouble. I make the project plan, and I'm doing something like a mind map, and actually I'm very happy because I started a new project, and this is school books for African schools, and I have a contact, Adama Ki, who just today received €200 by Western Union and was very happy because now he is able to buy some books for his whole class. And what is already done yesterday is I brought 10 kilogram books to the post office, and I hope he will receive this package. And if this happens, the local library is promised to collect some money, and we will transfer this money directly to that school. So they will be able to buy school books, or if we have more money, and this library sometimes has some books that this is a library for youth, so they will send German books to study German for the pupils. And I'm very happy that this project was coming on the way this year, and I think we will have more to do there. Yeah, I have a lot of questions about the rest of the projects, but maybe it's not. Some people want to say something more, and then let's go on those questions on the agenda. Yeah, thank you. Greetings from Germany. Germany is always well organized.
All right. I just want us to get to know ourselves. So we'll go to Roland.
Okay. Hello, everyone. You like me? Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, hello.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Okay, Happy New Year too. I'm Guy Roland Kwasi. I come from Ivory Coast. I am the key account manager at MTN Côte d'Ivoire. I am a member of Amistad Ivory Coast. I am very happy to be at this forum and take these opportunities to wish you a very happy New Year's. My prayer that God help everyone this new year. Thank you.
Thank you, Roland.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sandrine? Is Sandrine right?
Yes, Sandrine.
Yes, Mr. Yes, Mr. Lang. My name is Sandrine Gaba from Côte d'Ivoire. I am administrative and financial officer in a biometric company here in Côte d'Ivoire. And I am also a member of Amistad Côte d'Ivoire. I wish you best wishes for 2021 and all the best for
Thank you
you
very
and your
much.
family. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gaba.
Okay, I think I'll be the last person here. We'll go to Lanzari. I hope I pronounced that well.
Yes, I mean, hello everyone. I'm Lanzare Kwaku,
Yeah.
a specialist of environmental protection for a management unit. I am from Ivory Coast, and I'm very happy to be part of Amistad. I mean that this year, God will help us to, let's say, bring what I see will be good for our community, because I think that we are in Amistad to bring goods for our community. So I pray God to help us to do that. Have a good, let's say, good year, and be very happy, you and your family, in this new year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lanza.
Thank you, Lozari.
Thank you.
Okay, for me, it's an honor to be the last person here. So for those who do not know, I'm a pastor by calling, and by profession, I'm a motion graphics designer. And I work with the United States Embassy in Cameroon as the assistant social media manager. So I would have loved to do environmental, what Lanzari is doing, but life has its way of bringing different things to the table. So because I have a degree in geography, but what I'm doing has nothing to do with my degree and things like that. So I'm self-taught, what I'm doing now with the embassy. So that's basically me, and also a member of Amistad, introduced to Amistad by Papa Sam. And I got to know all the beautiful people that we share ideas with, and I'm so happy to be a member of Amistad. So thank you all for welcoming me, and Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy Year, Germans.
Okay. Since we are working on a very tight schedule according to Helge, so I think we'll go straight to what we have for the program of today. So we do have a debate that's coming on the 10th of January, and the topic is spirituality and the society. So I'm sure we already made a flyer for that, which I was honored to have done that. It's on our social media page on Facebook and also on the website. So, and Musa had already done us a favor to do the form, the registration form. It's already live and active, so we can all share to our contacts and those who might be interested. So I think if there's anything regarding that, Musa or Helge would have to throw more light on that. But what we have also is to vote about dates or themes for new debates. We have to vote about dates, themes for new debates. We have water resource management, which is a topic that will be coming up this year. So we don't yet know the time or the date. It's something that we have to agree upon. Then we also have the floor for everybody to bring in ideas or have suggestions about topics that we might have within this year. And I think that's the plan, to have more debates and to keep Amistad on the right track of bringing global discussions to local, bringing global solutions to local challenges that we may face. But I don't think if there's any suggestion regarding to any topic that we think that might be interesting for us to discuss on, we can all give that, or if possible, we can write it in the chat box while we continue with the meeting itself. I hope everybody's following.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So for this one about new members, new board members, panelists, and invitations, I think I might have to pass that on to Musa for him to probably talk on that.
Oh.
And by the way, I've not yet registered. I'm still to work with Musa, and here on the agenda, there's an aspect about transferring money. So I need to work with him to actually be officially registered to Amistad. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I thought as the agenda is not shared on the screen, I thought you will maybe read all the different points, and then we come back on each point, you know, one after one. You are muted, Jimenez.
I think it's preferable I share it on the screen for everybody to see, because
okay.
it might take us time to read through.
So let me give you the right
Okay.
to do that.
Yes, please. Okay. Okay. Can we all see?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can we see the document?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Yes, it is readable.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, I was here talking about the new board members, panelists, and an invitation. So, Mr. Please, can you go ahead? Can you go ahead?
Oh yeah, yeah. So as far as the new members are concerned, we, as you can see, at the level of Cote d'Ivoire, we have 3 members who have joined, you know, after the first meeting. And we have Mrs. Gaba, we have Mr. Langzari, and we have Mr. Udebi, who is not available today. So this is basically this is basically the new members who have joined on Cote d'Ivoire and the Cote d'Ivoire board. So Mr. Lanzare is present, Mrs. Gaba is present, and it's only Mr. Kudebe who is not present. Mr. Kwasi had already been introduced to everyone in the previous meetings.
Okay, can I say something about? I like to share. We have a Google folder, online folder with all informations and project plans and mind maps and all information that is interesting about Amistad, and I try to keep it up to date. So to give you access to this Google folder, you need to write me your Google mail address. If you have an email address with Google Mail, then I can give you access to this folder, and I like to give you access so you can keep up to date with all informations and maybe ask if something has to be added and so on. So it would be good if you send me, I give you my email address, and then you can write me on, you can copy it and then just write me an email. I'm now a member in Amistad, and give me the access, and it's okay. I will do it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So, Mr. Kone, Probably we had the discussion. I'm sure one of the last debate was the difficulties that we might face when we have to do transfer of money.
Yeah.
And we have part of the agenda here about the new solutions.
Yeah.
Or is there anything else we might need to know regarding that?
All right. Yes, I think there is not yet any no solution as far as I'm concerned. But I heard Elge saying, Elge said last time that he was able to transfer money to Adama within Burkina Faso, and that we could maybe learn from that example and the process they used.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I can tell about. I transferred some money by Western Union, and Western Union is a worldwide bank, and they transfer money to Africa and back, I think. I did this 2 years ago for Yakuba Ruamba, just 50 euro, because he needed some money for the weekend, and when he arrived in Europe. Later he found some work, and this was just a startup. And I think I had to give them my passport and a copy of my passport and some things. But for the second time, it was very easy because I had my account already, and then they just needed the email address and telephone number and the name of Adama Ki in Burkina Faso, and he went to the next bureau in his village, and he said he was a little bit concerned about if he will get the money, but he wrote back. It worked. Everything worked very easily. I just had to pay about 3 euros for the transfer, and that's it. So it was much cheaper than sending any package or anything to Africa. It worked very well. PayPal does not work in Africa, but Western Union worked very well. But I think you need, for 10 euro, it is not worth it because you have the money for the transfer. But if you pay 200 euro or 400 euro once a year or something, it is worth it. It works well. I don't know if they check the persons or why it works so good. Maybe they said he is a teacher, he needs the money. I don't know, but this time it worked very well and very fast.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Musa, maybe you can provide to some of us if we have to, like I myself, that I have to send in my registration to know maybe the name or the contact information to use to be able to send either through Western Union or MoneyGram. Yeah. So I think that can be one of the best options for me.
Mm-hmm. I think recently one of my collaborators received money from what they call RIA, and RIA, they said, has the lower cost compared to Western Union and MoneyGram. Though they have the lower fee of transfer. So
okay, and most of our banks here they will collaborate with RIA, I think so.
Yeah, RIA. I don't know if RIA is in Europe or in America.
Could you spell it? Could you spell RIA?
RIA is R-I-A.
R-I-A.
Yeah.
Musa?
Yes.
I use RIA all the time, and I do it from my online telephone.
Good.
And it doesn't matter where you are from.
Mm-hmm.
It matters where you send it. So I send it to myself, and there's all kinds of RIA offices here in Benin, and there are also in Ivory Coast.
Yeah, RIA. And they have the lowest fee, the lowest cost. Yeah.
Also maybe Amistad can open Zelle, Z-E-L-L-E, Zelle. If you have an account, That's free.
Oh,
Yes.
Z-E-E.
Z-E-L-L-E, I think.
Maybe write it in the chat box.
Z-E-L-L-E. I use that also all the time, and it is free from bank to
Yeah.
bank.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That can also be done on the internet. You just join Zelle.com.
Oh,
Mhm.
I see.
Okay. So, Musa, it's just to give us the information
Good.
while other things are being put in place regarding that. So that some of us who have to register can do so and send the funds as soon as possible.
Very good. Very good.
Okay. Without any questions, we can move forward. We are half of our time, or 1 hour. So we do have infos / updates about projects and Seeds for Africa, First Aid Box, solar radios, which is one of the passions of Hege, school books as well. So I think if there's anything in there that Hege might want to highlight on, then Hege, please do so.
Okay, point A, Seeds for Africa. This is Victoria's child.
Okay.
Because she promised to bring something from USA, but I don't know if you dared it because they check it in the at the frontier. So did you bring some seeds or didn't you?
I did not get to do that, no.
I see. Yes, it is very sensible because
I was told they would be confiscated.
yes, I think this is sensible because if they check it and they find out the seeds are not allowed to bring to Africa or something, I remember from my trip to Australia that they were very, very careful checking about bringing seeds to Australia because of the nature there. So still, this point seems to be in waiting position, and if we have some ideas, I know. They sell some seeds in South Africa, and you find some websites. Maybe we have to find out who needs what kind of seeds before we do something, because maybe we have good ideas, but the reality is a little bit different. So if somebody likes to collect information about this point, he's very welcome. And for me, it is not so easy because I'm far away here in Germany. So you can contact me and send me informations, and I will collect it. And maybe we can connect somebody who has some seeds to another one who needs some seeds, and then we can see what we can do. Okay, so this point is in waiting position again. What about First Aid Box? Musa, this is your child.
Yes. Yeah, I think the project of the First Aid was still was again on the waiting position, as we said, that we needed to gather medicine from I think we had different options. I remember Victoria had also to contact some medical companies so that we could have some components about that. But the difficulty was also that they will not be able to allow to bring in Africa a lot of a big amount of medicine, if the structure is not recognized, if the structure is not registered. So that's the reason why we were blocked, into the process. So we might still wait until Amistad to be, officially registered, before renewing or before starting again that project.
Okay, Musa, maybe I want to ask a question. Is it the registration that we were initially planning to do in New York? when Dr. Shani was with us, or is it registration in Abidjan?
Yeah, with I will say the departure of Shani, because Shani was suggesting that we register the organization in New Jersey, and that's how the business plan was written. Now, after that, you know, we didn't hold any meeting to decide, you know, where we will finally register it. So maybe we can choose, you know, a place now. If it is in Abidjan, we can definitely start the process. Okay, so, but the idea with the state was that, you know, if we had it in the United States, it would be more open, more inclusive in terms of fundraising criteria, you know, but if this is difficult, maybe we can definitely, you know, register it here in Abidjan. Yes.
Or maybe one of the hurdles can still be the fact that we are still dealing with COVID-19. Yeah. So maybe Thomas or Coach Samuel, maybe they can help us with maybe suggestions regarding that aspect. If we still have to be patient to wait, if the United States would be a better option to register it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a suggestion. I am proposing, well, first of all, let me give a background. For the last several years, we take medical mission trips to Sierra Leone and Liberia and Zimbabwe. We carry groundnut, peanut butter in cans. Every time we load several suitcases with peanut butter jars to go to Africa. And over this last year, I felt a belief that instead of taking peanut butters to mission trips to Africa, why don't we look at farmers who are already growing peanuts, who are growing vegetables, that we can actually organize trips, whether it's in Benin, in Cote d'Ivoire, Sierra Leone, Cameroon. Maybe not everybody will be able to go. Let us go and visit, like Victoria has gone to Benin. She has seen what is there, what is available. All we need is to raise some money that can be able to purchase those things, the good products, and multiply them in the country. Because Africa has a wealth of resources. And sometimes we feel, I know it's very personal, and we some of us have a feeling, attraction to Africa. We want to take, you know, drugs. We want to take seeds to Africa, when in fact, Africa gave us all the seeds. I'm looking at even the drugstore, pharmacies. One of the benefits of Africa is that there are numerous herbs that have been used to heal people. I'm trying to recruit some young pharmacists who can at least go on a trip, mission trip, go visit an African country, look at what they have there and see whether we can even have processing of some of these herbs to be used effectively. That's just a capsule of my feeling that we need to really look at going to meet the people, going to visit the country, learn from them, and develop something.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. And for the medical, I would also do it like, if I was there in Ivory Coast, where would I get a medical kit, an emergency medical kit, a first aid kit? Where would I go? So I would first go to Abidjan. I would go to the biggest pharmacy. I would go to a discount market. And then from there, I would say, okay, can you tell me, you know, the owner or the staff of the store, where is this coming from? And can I get this wholesale? Can I buy, 100 or 50 of these? Can I make some business through your store or on my own? And for the seeds and the plants and the herbs, that's exactly right. We just have to locate the source of those in the particular countries and work with the farmers and the people who are already doing there. That supports them, makes their market and their industry grow. So I think that's correct.
Thank you, Thomas.
Okay. And I think mostly when we're talking about first aid box, then most of the medications or the drugs that get into first aid box are primarily over-the-counter medications, so which can be purchased from local pharmacies. So I don't think we might have to be looking maybe outside for things that we already have inside. If it's for a particular country, we get it from the pharmacies, just like Thomas is saying. That's to you, Kone.
Yeah, that can be a very good idea. Instead of bringing it in, we can have all what we need, okay, from the local pharmacies.
And they can still order for some. If there's a particular one we maybe we don't find, they can still get it for us.
Yeah.
Just to say something, when I was working on the school book project, I ordered a school book from Germany to send by Amazon, and told them to send it to Africa. And then we found out the same book has been is in Germany is costed 10 times more than in Africa. And then we decided, I sent him the money, and he will buy the book, these 10 of those books for a whole class, because it is 1/10 of the price there. It is not the same quality, but it is much more sensible for him to use the money directly at the place where he is. So maybe we can do this way with medication as well.
Yeah.
So primarily first aid box can be one of our projects which can be easier to achieve within this first quarter of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Musa,
Yes, Victoria.
I had called twice before I left America to speak with the aspirin company, Bayer Aspirin, in trying to see how we could get free product, because they give free product all the time to different hospitals and doctors' facilities. But I was told that they put a stop to that because of the COVID-19. So I did not call back a third time, but I was wondering if there are drug companies here that could offer the same thing possibly. So I haven't checked on that yet, but I would like to.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely. I think this is what we're talking about. So
right.
instead of even if we have the medicine free, in the state, and there is still a big challenge to bring them in Africa. So
right.
So that's the reason why Gemines was suggesting that we can definitely have them locally.
Yeah. Okay.
And to maybe to finish up this project is the easiest project, I think, because we just purchase and we just purchase the amount we want, the number of kids we want, and then we start offering it to the people we choose, the target. So, and then with pictures, because finally, you know, after such an action, we will definitely need pictures to update, you know, the website and the Facebook page.
So the first thing would be, what is the target population? Is it schools or the elderly or what? Or I don't know.
Yeah, I think from Lanzare and Mr. Kwaku, Mr. Kwasi, sorry.
Yes, Mr.
Maybe you can give your opinions about that.
No problem. If I have something to say, I'm going to ask to have a word.
Okay.
No, the target population for the kids, the first
yes,
the first aid project. Do we have to give it to hospital, to you know, to kids in the community, or to elderly people? I mean, you know, old people in a certain community. So what can be the target population? The people we have to give to, you know, we have to give the kid to.
I think that the good target of community will be the rural community.
Oh, okay.
The area where we have, let's say, some medicine center, but sometimes they don't have medicine to take care of community. So I think that the rural community will be the good target. We can choose,
Like in a village.
Yes, we have village, but with village we have some, let's say, small village in which sometimes you have a nurse, but they don't have any medicine to take care of community.
Yeah.
So that we can focus on the village, but with the village we can choose, let's say, a small area which is linked to the village. Sometimes let's say the doctor of the village go there to see some community to give them some advice that they don't have any medicine to help them.
Yeah.
Let's say, take care of them. So we can take contact with the village, but with the village, we are going to, let's say, focus on the small area which is linked to this village. I think that if we proceed that way, we can, let's say, touch to the real target.
Specific target, okay. Which means we can look for a local health, maybe a health center in the village, mostly where the villagers easily access a first aid. Yeah, I can relate more to that because in my village we have something like that. So they don't have all the medication that you can have in a conventional hospital, but once you have the necessary ones, like for headache, malaria, just things like that, you can easily have access to them. So that's a good proposal.
I would think, and I think Samuel would know better, but I would think you would reach out to a village or the doctors or whoever is in the area who would distribute that. You would reach out to them and say, this is who we are, the Amistad, and say, we are attempting to do this. We would like to do this. We hope to do this. It may not work, but this is our plan. And we would like you to be part of this. We want you to be on the receiving end. Is that all right with you? So I think we need to have permission to proceed from the recipients. And then if they say yes, they understand that we haven't done this before, that we're new at this, and we're going to try to do it really well. but it may not go too smoothly. So if everybody understands that, if it doesn't go well, they will understand. And if it goes well, then perfect.
Very good.
Agree, Thomas.
Yeah. So the newly opened medical center also in my village, and
Yay. Start there.
Yeah, they newly opened. They sent last month a nurse to the center, and when Lanzaro was talking about rural community, I was thinking about that. But my village is very far, very far from Abidjan. It's crazy far. So
how often do you go there per year?
I can spend two years before going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's far. It's 1 day by bus. It's almost 1 day of of trip.
But still, you are known there, and there may be a transfer of materials.
Yeah.
So there may be a relay of information, but because you are known there, Musa, that's really solid. So the introduction is already there in a way.
Yeah.
I think that still is a possibility.
Yeah.
Have the contact, then you can send it to the person as a parcel.
No, if we had to do there, I will be definitely obliged to go there with even some members. Yeah, with even some members of Amistad, because Amistad Côte d'Ivoire, and I do know the authorities, most of the authorities in the region. So
Yeah.
so the authorities can be present as well, and they will definitely receive the people going in mission. That if we have that option.
Yes, and I would document the whole thing with little videos and show this journey. Yeah. And that way you can tell the story later, and that's your publicity, that's your sales pitch or your promotion for other areas who do not know you, because that way they learn who you are by doing this return to home and the reception you receive. So it's a very good story already.
Yeah. But at the same time, I propose that if we, for example, conduct the project, we can maybe choose at the same time and dividing, the resources, between Cameroon and Cote d'Ivoire, so that we can have at the same time, impact in Cameroon and also impact here in Cote d'Ivoire. So no matter the amount, I mean the resources we will be able to gather, we can divide that into 2 units, so that we can start the project, with the 2 countries, and that's my proposal.
Right, we are right on time. So what we have as part of the agenda towards the end of it is the business plan. As John Musa was talking about, we hit the roadblock when Dr. Shani left us. So the business plan was designed based on the fact that it was supposed to really start in New Jersey. So I think about that, Musa or Victoria can have something to tell us. We're talking about the organization chart. Maybe Helge has something relating to that. We all have provided our Google mail addresses for Helge to be able to send an invitation to the Google Drive folder for everybody to be updated with any activity that we may have there, any document that might need to be accessed by each and every one of us. So regarding the business plan, for the actual list of members is still in work, as we can see on the agenda we have in front of us. So we talk about the business plan, the organization chart, and then additional ideas, questions, and we can call it a day. So far, it's a good meeting. I can tell for myself.
Yeah, okay. If we have another half an hour, we can talk about solar radio, school books, and then complete the business plan and organization chart maybe. And the Google addresses are already reached me, so I can add. Can we do this?
Okay, yes.
Everyone fine with another 30 minutes or 15?
That's fine with me, sure.
Yeah, 15 is good.
15, okay, I try 15. Okay, solar radios. This is my question to Coach Samuel.
Yes.
I think you said you want to do something with solar radio, but I did get more response now. Can you tell a little bit about what have you reached so far, or what are you planning?
Well, I am still trying to get there are community programs, radio programs around Memphis and Tennessee that I have met with them for them to help establish linkages in West Africa, starting with Sierra Leone. But again, with the COVID outcome this year, that has been put on a hold. I will try to revive those kinds of communication probably by March. We hope that things will ease up a little bit. But I still feel community radio is one of the best instruments we can use to raise the awareness, to inform people, to share ideas and motivation to them, and also demonstrate positive outcomes. Projects that have worked in different parts will bring in the people to come and share their experience to the community. It's a very good vehicle for transformation and self-help activities. But at this point, we have not gone further than that. In fact, I just sent a letter out last week to remind people that this is still a need, and would like to have partners who might be able to pitch in. My brother is in Sierra Leone now. He's gone on a medical mission trip. He will be back on the 26th of January. And hopefully he'll bring me some facts from Sierra Leone.
Okay. So it is still in process.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much. Okay, then if there are no more questions about solar radios, let me tell about these two school books again, because this was a really quick shot. I got a request at Christmas Eve on 24th of December by Adama Key. And he said, again, because of COVID-19, the Goethe Institute, the German Goethe Institute, is not able to send him the school books anymore that he was usually receiving. This way, maybe I have to mention that the yearly, how's the word, exhibition in Stuttgart for school and stuff and so on was not happening this year, last year, because of COVID-19, and I think there was a lack of sales, so they had to save some money, and this way Adamaki did not receive the books like he was used to. So he asked me what we can do, and I promised him I will see what I can do. I asked him what book do you need, and I looked for Amazon and ordered this book for 130 euro, and he said, this is nice, but it is much too expensive. I can get 10 books by this price in Africa. And said, okay. Then I looked, I asked him, what about you? I have so many books collected, and I like to get rid of them. And if your pupils are learning German, maybe they like to read some German books. He said that's okay for autodidactic learning, and I sent him a package of 10 kilograms for 65 euros, and we will see if the package arrives in Africa. But I'm always surprised how Africa works in case if things are really needed. And I think this is this package will have a good journey. And in addition to this, as he said, he needs for a whole class the books, maybe 10 or 15 books for the whole class. I sent him by Western Union 200 euro, and he received it yesterday. So everything, however, it was Christmas and New Year, and all the shops were closed and so on. Everything worked overnight. And now I asked, my friend is running a book library, a shop where the youth people can loan books and give them back 1 week later or 2 months later after they read it. And they have to change rooms into smaller rooms because the town council also has to save some money, and this way she told me she has to get rid of some books. And when I told her we will send some books to Africa, she was enthusiastic and very happy. And she promised she will collect some money and also see which books are be sensible for the school in Africa. And this way we will send some more books from here to Africa. We will collect some money and send it to Africa and to Adamaki. And he already told me he knows another school where he is also teaching that is using this, needing some books. And I think this is maybe if this works, I will inform you, and then we can increase these actions. Maybe we find more addresses of schools and more addresses of teachers, maybe English teachers who need English books. So you can send it from USA to Africa, or math books or anything, or they tell you what they need and maybe how much money they need to order books. And what is mainly the topic is you need a reliable person. And Adamaki has been in Berlin, and he is well-friended with Yakuba Rwamba, who visited me personally. So I know this is a reliable person, and I know I can send him the money without any worries. So I'm really happy that I could do this, and I think this this will increase. And if anybody likes to make a step in this direction, welcome. It is a really thankful project because it runs very fast. It runs overnight. Okay, I was very happy that this happened over Christmas this year, and we will continue this. Okay, this is about projects. We have more projects, but I think these 4 projects have been those who are really interesting ones for us. Yeah, about business plan. Maybe back to Geminis. Geminis?
Okay.
Can you continue?
Okay. So I think basically we are wrapping up.
Yeah.
And the next thing in line can be the business plan.
Yeah.
If Musa can walk us through that.
Yeah. I think we'll still have a whole meeting come on a business plan because it's dealing with the whole spirit of the organization. But I wanted to come back to the first point, which is the debate of the 10th, and the topic of the debate suggested by Elge is spirituality and society. What spirituality means to the society. So we need to finalize the list of the panelists. Yeah, I know that Coach Samuel Pierre is always is on board to be panelist. Victoria might be ready. Elge is ready, and Elge was also proposing Dominique from France. I hope she is still willing to be part of the panelists. And of course, as proposal, I will appreciate we include this time our pastor, yeah, Gemines. So if someone else, apart from Gemines, Elge, Coach Samuel, Victoria, and Dominic would like to be, would like to be part of the panelists. We still have, today, tomorrow, this week to finalize the list so that they can start getting prepared. But it's also important maybe that we share the specific aspect of the topic we'll be able to discuss or to present. Yeah, so that we don't repeat, we don't say the same things, or we don't choose the same aspect of the discussion before the day. So of course, I think the topic is very, very relevant, and we will definitely need to share the invitation with our friends and contacts so that we can have a wider audience. We are happy to say that we have a quite interesting number of countries, involved into the cause, but we don't have to limit our effort to what is already acquired. So we can still, share the vision, with many more people. And we were very happy. I'm personally happy that, Elge was able to, to reach out to Dominic, who is in France. And, it will be really interesting that everybody does, the same thing, so that on the 10th, we can have new countries and new people, with us, and so that the family can enlarge. So that's what I wanted to say as far as the first point is concerned.
That's why. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I think, Helge, could you just throw light on what motivated you to suggest this topic of spirituality and society?
I don't know. Sometimes I meditate and then a thought is coming over me, but I can say that exactly the videos you sent, Gemines, and that you got from Samuel about Plato and his opinion, his bad opinion about democracy. He said democracy, Plato said, the Greek philosophist Plato said, democracy is the worst kind of organization of a state. And this is definitely in opposition to what we have a sight on things today. And what is more, for 30 years, I was wondering why Africans and all the world is always talking about Germany is such an image of a democracy. But later, when I studied in Bielefeld to become a teacher, I got to know a professor, a woman, and she taught me about the laws in Germany, and I learned a little bit about the history of the German laws and the history of the German laws about freedom of religion. And this teach me a lot, because this changes a lot about the German democracy, because without these laws and without the history of these laws, the German democracy would not be what it is today. But I think I have to talk about this then in the debate. But this was finally the reason, and I think it is spirituality is so much the core of the health and the hope of the people, and health and hope is the core of the coming years. So I think this was just I thought what will be the sparkle for the start of the new year, and I think I was right, and I'm very happy that Musa said yes, this is a right theme.
Is it possible for you guys to share that fleet discussion with everybody, at least prior to the debate on the 10th? Jamines and Helge?
Okay, regarding the breakdown of the topic itself, to know who want to do research on a particular subtopic. Is that what you're asking?
No, just for background information before the discussion or the dialogue.
Okay.
To share that small video which I sent to you.
Okay.
So at least everybody would have a background information on that.
Okay, for that video, I think it's still available on the WhatsApp group, so everybody can still access it.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Access.
Okay, distinguished ladies, Queen Ture. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I am signing off, if you let me. I need to go run some errands. Thank you again, Helge. Thomas, well, you need to invite us to Hawaii. I really like to go to Hawaii before too long. Let's host an Amistad forum in Hawaii, and then Benin.
Yes.
Well, I'm looking forward to the in 1 week. Yeah, it sounds good. I would prefer to know a little bit more about the specifics, but I'm going to take whatever comes along. So I would like to see this topic defined better, so that you guys who are going to speak are better restricted. And of course, I would like to learn about spirituality of African cultures, what's going on locally in Africa, but maybe that's not on topic. Maybe we're going to stay with the sort of colonial Christianity or Buddhism. I don't know where this is going to go. I liked what you said, Helge, about how this led to some understanding of nationalism in your country. And yeah, spirituality is a great topic. So I would just like to read these things in advance before you present them, because I assume there's going to be, a few more of us. So in other words, if I could have the presentation in advance so I could go through it, and then when it's presented, I could then be ready with questions or comments. So if that's possible, I'd like to see that. That's how some classes are done that I'm taking at the university. They actually say, read this PDF, and then, they give the lecture. And so, in fact, they want you to have that in advance, and they tell you to read it, and you read it, and then you do the Zoom class with them. So that's a suggestion.
Yeah. And sorry, I forgot to include Thomas into the panelists. That was a mistake. Yeah.
Well, I'm very interested to hear what you guys say. I would just mention things that I've learned from Deepak Chopra over the years. And I mean, to me, everything is God. It's wall to wall God, but that's for next week. Yeah.
And for this little story, I think Thomas conducted a mission in Africa about, you know, a religious mission in Africa. Was part of a religious mission in Africa, right?
Well, I stayed at a mission in Cocody, but I did not do anything. I had dinner with the folks there, and they eventually took me to the airport, and they gave me a Bible, and it was a godsend. Yes. Oh. And they may well be passed on by now.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to ask to Helge, is it the topic? Is it all about our personal experiences based on where we live, how the people view spirituality and things like that? Is it based on our own context of spirituality from maybe our community point of view, or the communities that we are from?
I try to understand the question. I think everyone has a different idea of what is the connection to spirituality and society. And I think anything is the best way to bring some light on something is to put the light from, if you have a statue and you want to see the statue completely in 3D, you have to put the perspective from all angels, you know, and so any angel is welcome. So maybe my point of view is very from kind of history and from German history and why German democracy is looks like a very good one, good working one, but maybe somebody has a complete different idea of how a complete different view on this topic. So I think anybody should be welcome to put his view on, and I don't like too much to turn the angel too narrow, because then maybe we push out those people who will bring us the really ideas that we need, that are missing, you know.
Okay.
Very good.
So I'm sure, Kone, we have somebody new who joined us.
Yeah, well, this is Mr. Badu. Mr. Badu? Mr. Badu? Mr. Badu? Okay, sorry then. So Geminis can maybe, you know, conclude.
Okay. Anyway, I think we'll need to communicate with the panelists how much time we all need during the presentation on the 10th, so that we stay within a specific time frame, so that we don't have a presentation or a debate that lasts for 5 hours.
And maybe 10 minutes for each.
Yes, 10 minutes can be small, but we'll need to try and squeeze it within that time frame.
If we have 10 minutes, in 1 hour we have 6 panelists. If we take 15 minutes, we have only 4 panelists. That's the easy calculation.
Yeah, because if the pastor is inspired,
he's standing in the bed in the night and his wife has to listen to everything.
Basically, I can talk for 4 hours, but everything that is subjective, so we have to keep it within, be disciplined to keep it within the time frame that's specified for everybody.
Very well.
So it's not a forum for me to preach; it's a forum for us to have a discussion.
Very good.
As members of the greater society. So.
I wouldn't expect this by you, because everybody says very, very, very well organized.
Okay. So thank you to everyone who took out time to participate in this meeting, the first meeting for 2021. And on behalf of of Amistad, the opportunity given to me by Musa and Victoria. I want to say thank you to everybody. And we hope that this unity that we share, this ability to come together within a very short notice, we can keep on that attitude throughout 2021. It will be a great thing for us to see how much we can achieve this year. And we definitely know we are just starting. So the foundation is never easy. For people who have built houses, they can tell us that foundation level is never easy. But once we cross that level, we know that we will start flying. So I want to say thank you to Sandrine, to Victoria, to Roland, Lanzare, Thomas, Herge, Coach Samuel. It's an honor to be part of Amistad, and I hope that the 10th will have something that we can all take back and say, for sure, had a great time in doing the debate. So thank you all. And from my end, have a great evening.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Gemines,
Thank
for
you, everyone.
See you all in a
Thank you,
week.
Gemini.
Okay.
being
Thank you.
protocolist
Goodbye.
today.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Made
Yeah.
perfect
Ciao.
job.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Au revoir.
Yeah, au revoir.
Goodbye, Mr.